Hi everyone, I'm Arnaud Wenger, Director of LetzBlock, Luxembourg Blockchain and DLT Association. Welcome to this LetzBlock interview live between Luxembourg and Japan. Today's topic is who is afraid of crypto and blockchain in Asia and Europe. Today we have Junya Yamamoto, who is a Japanese crypto blockchain entrepreneur living in Japan and other Asian countries with us. To accompany us, we have also Biba, Homsy, president of LetzBlock. Yama, could you introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me today. I'm an entrepreneur in Japan, more than 10 years experience in international development business of overseas systems. Experience in developing more than 10 blockchain products so far. And also I'm former CEO of Web3 incubation center in Japan. I have experience leading more than 10 projects, cooperating with more than 200 blockchain projects over the world.
Thank you. Biba, would you introduce yourself now?
With pleasure. Thank you, Arnaud. So for those who doesn't know me, I'm a former regulator, former chief compliance officer, and I'm also a lawyer based in Luxembourg and in Switzerland. So I think we are going to have a lot to discuss today.
Yes, of course, definitely about regulation is really your key topic. Before to move on the stories of Yama and see how Japan is going, Biba, as European lawyers and European citizens, do you have any understanding or vision about what is going in Asia?
That's a very good question, actually. When we spoke about defining here who we are going to speak with, and I'm very happy to have Yama here today, I thought about what do we know about Asia. Of course, we know about the Chinese ban for sure, because it has exploded all over the coin news and so on. But I think that we need to go a little bit deeper and have some granularities when it comes to Asia, and this is why I'm very happy to have Yama with us today.
Yes, Yama has a great experience in Asia, Japan, and also different countries, so that will really help us to move on. Japan appears like one of the pioneers of crypto and blockchain business. What is the current position of Japan towards crypto and blockchain business, Yama?
Crypto was defined by law in 2016 in Japan, and which is quite early in the world. In 2011, Mt. Gox was bought by Divane, whose headquarters are in Japan as well. This is technically the first crypto exchange in the world in Japan. As for now, Japan has quite strict regulation. There is a crypto exchange license. Also, there is a regulation clearly states rule on tax on cryptocurrency, both on individuals and also corporation. However, there is a big change this month in the industry. It is Shiden and Shiden Network and also Asta Networks comes to the world. Two projects led by Japanese entrepreneurs have become well known, and the founders have started discussion with the government as well. So this was a great opportunity for Japan market.
Oh, that's great. For crypto exchange, that's true. We had the chance in Luxembourg to receive a bit flyers as the first crypto also coming from Japan, crypto platform exchange. Very interesting. And now you are talking about this big project coming in Japan. Can you talk about me more briefly what is Shinden and Asta Network project and how this project can impact the situation of Japan?
Yeah, okay. Shiden and also Asta Network is the name of a core blockchain project. And their project evaluation exceeded more than $1 billion very shortly. And the founders say this is just a short-term milestone, and then they keep going further and further, very aggressively. This amazing success from Japan startup ecosystem to global market by very young leaders. Actually, around they're 25 or around 25 years old, was surprising as Japan startup and the business community.
For evaluation for 1 billion, that's quite interesting to see. I have just a quick question. Is it a global project with investors coming from all the world, or is really Japanese project? Where come the investors?
Initial funding was made by Japanese, but after the initial one, they aggressively come into the global market by themselves, and then they got the grant from the Switzerland blockchain, not association, but the blockchain, organization. It's so-called the Web3 Foundation. And then after that, almost all funding comes from the global market, including Binance, for example.
Thank you. That's very interesting that Switzerland is investing on that. Do you hear about that, Biba, or can you see how Switzerland is moving on?
Actually, there are a lot of connection between Switzerland and Asia. There are several associations in Switzerland for crypto. You have the Crypto Valley Association, you have the Blockchain Federation, which is supported by the government. You have CVVC Labs, for instance. You have quite a lot of different streams that support ins and outs investment. Actually, a little bit more than in the EU. Also, because Switzerland was a pioneer in the crypto community jurisdiction, if I can say like that. And for that, of course, you have some quite strong position. You have to remember that one of the first collaboration, which is called Memorandum of Understanding between the regulator, between FINMA and MAS, was quite a huge event. MAS is the regulator in Singapore, and showed very, very early that yes, you can collaborate, regulator can collaborate, financial streams can collaborate, entrepreneurs can collaborate between Switzerland and Asia, for sure.
Thank you, Biba. Now, we were talking about a lot of crypto, but what about all the blockchain-related business, such as NFT or DAO? So, Yama, how is going in Japan for such?
Crypto and blockchain community is quite active, especially in NFT, non-fungible token. A lot of creators join this space from Japan, creator community. And there is also DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organization, from Japan market, but not yet popular in the global market, comparing the global-wise DAO project. Simply speaking, language barrier is a roadblock right now.
This is for Japan, and how is it for Southeast Asia, for example? Because I know that you are quite active also in Vietnam, maybe in Singapore, Malaysia. How is going on these countries?
Singapore is one of the biggest blockchain hub country in Asian market. It used to be Hong Kong, but unfortunately, because of the difficulty of the political situation, a lot of projects move to Singapore or Dubai nowadays. But if talking about the Asian market, Singapore is a kind of destination for crypto blockchain project.
Okay. And for entrepreneur, how is going? Where should be the nice place? Japan, is it a nice place for entrepreneurs to come and develop a new blockchain or crypto business?
Yeah, unfortunately, not Japan. Due to high tax rate, it's about up to 54% for individuals, and also up to 35% for corporation, including unrealized gains for corporates from the token if they issue the tokens. People in other countries think that it is difficult to enter the Japan market.
So I can understand that we have language barrier, and also we might have tax issues. So it will be more interesting in such case to develop or for entrepreneurs to go to Singapore or maybe Vietnam, where legislation is really low.
Right.
And do you see other problems that, besides Japan, in Singapore, who can also have some stoppers for developing a business? Or
regarding some roadblocks for those entrepreneurs, I think one of the important infrastructure for those entrepreneurs is whether there is exchanges which can connect to the bank account in their local countries. For example, Singapore, yes. But for example, Vietnam, no. Taiwan, yes. Hong Kong, yes. But Cambodia, I'm not sure. But Japan, yes. But because of the high tax rate, it's difficult. So infrastructure, exchanging crypto between crypto and the fiat currency is one of the important infrastructure when we consider which country and entrepreneurs should go.
Thank you. Biba, I have just one questions quickly coming like this, because we can see that in Japan they have anyway a lot of NFT projects coming, but low DAO. How is it in Europe?
That's an interesting question. When I was hearing about Yama different project, I was like, oh my God, we are at the moment of actually regulating crypto like token and stablecoin, and we are far away from going into NFT and metaverse and DAO actually in Europe. So the regulation and the legislator usually give the pace about developing your initiatives. So what they are telling the market is actually either we don't necessarily see where to regulate, which is not necessarily good, or we don't care. MiCA, for instance, says that NFTs are out of the scope of MiCA. So MiCA is the regulation for crypto assets like utility. And so there are quite a lot of projects developing in the NFT frenziness at the moment in Europe. You have also quite some interesting projects, not related to finance, but relating to own your digital identity via the NFTs, which I found really interesting. And for the DAO, actually, Switzerland has quite an advantage on that, because the interpretation of the regulators and the legislators in DAO are very flexible in Switzerland. For sure, you think about legal entities and so on, but you have also a very pragmatic view on DAOs. So why I see quite a lot of projects in the EU for NFTs, a little bit in Switzerland, still because it's a frenziness, as we said, but more on the house and metaverse as well. So you see there are some
Okay,
duality.
so it's quite interesting to see that one country in middle of Europe is more in advance for certain topics, where other countries like EU want more to regulate crypto first.
Yeah, exactly.
This is very interesting. Thank you. Yama, in terms of future, how do you see the development of crypto business in Asia?
Yeah, in the past few years, like I said, I have visited Hong Kong and Singapore time to time. The number of visiting Singapore has increased due to political concerns in Hong Kong. And recently, more entrepreneurs, a lot of my friends of mine moving to Singapore, or nowadays choosing Dubai as a next option as well. Not so popular yet, but for example, Taiwan is also a good option. If not relating to security token, the financial security token, no tax there for crypto, and some crypto exchange as well, connecting to the local banks. I have recently conducted my own research and found that the crypto community in Japan has a lot of information being disseminating those information by individuals, not the project, but individuals. I would like to see foreign projects disseminate more information to Japan, so they can catch up with the global great discussion of the blockchain project.
Thank you, Yama. So what I can see in Europe, we have certain issues with for entrepreneurs dealing in crypto to be onboarded by banks, so to find a bank who accept them. Do you have the same issue in Japan?
Yes, exactly the same issue in Japan, also Asia as well. So when entrepreneurs try establishing their startups company in each country, including Japan, and also including Singapore as well, actually, they usually choose what is their business scope, which is the technology company, technically. Then by that way, the bank can understand, oh, this is a technology company, so yeah, you can open the bank account. But if mentioning the cryptocurrency, exchanging, or some token businesses, it's really difficult because of the compliance of the bank. So yeah, Japan, it's difficult to open, in Asia likewise.
And I think, Biba, you suffer from the same topic in Luxembourg.
Yeah, it depends on the business model of your clients. I have to say that I've been in crypto since 2015, and I did see some evolution. But there was, and it's a little bit technical, but there was what it's called guidelines, risk-based approach, issued by the standard setters in terms of anti-money laundering, which is called FATF. And FATF has provided more and more guidance on anti-money laundering, which help the traditional players, I would say, not only banks, to get more robust solutions. And for that, this risk-based approach was issued in 2019 and helps also to standardize a little bit and open a little bit more the bank's perspective and to take some risk. In Switzerland, there are 2 banks that are authorized as crypto banks. There are traditional banks that are also open to cryptos. And there are also what is called banking license light, which are a little bit like in the Europe for payment institutions or EMI, but really more like a bank. So there are a constellation of players, and these first mover are getting all the attentions, of course. That's the business. In the EU, we have some banks, we have some payment institutions as well, but I think the most important challenge for Luxembourg now is to get what is called depository banks. When you get banks in Luxembourg that accept to do the oversight for funds that are higher than 100 million. And that's really here the challenge. I've seen a lot of crypto funds. I have clients as crypto funds. And when they reach out, and because of cryptos, you can go very quickly, the threshold of 100 million, you do need a bank that does the depository for the fund, that does the oversight, which means you take the accountability of the assets of the funds. And I think this is crucial to develop the entrepreneurship. The banks do not necessarily want to take the responsibility of the whole oversight of different cryptos asset, utility token, ICOs, pre-ICOs. They need to get a little bit more of comfort. And this is where crypto entrepreneurs like crypto custodians comes into the round and says, maybe we can help. And you have a whole community in Europe that is trying to build at the moment solutions to support banks to open more for entrepreneurs in Europe.
So they still have a future for the business, even if it's difficult, it's coming. I had experience with more and more Chinese companies who try to come because, as everyone knows, crypto has been banned in China, except if they want to use their own yuan crypto. But when they arrive in Europe, they feel a bit lost. And regulation is totally different. So Japan is very well developed in regulation, maybe too high, but in Europe is the same. So I'm scared about for entrepreneurs coming here, how we can welcome them and help them to develop.
That's funny that you are saying that, because actually I had a discussion with entrepreneurs in Paris. There was the Paris Blockchain Week last week. And what I said is actually, come with your business model. Do not choose your jurisdiction about the regulation. Come with your business model and see where your business model is the more adapted in the EU and in Europe in general. If you want to get more into financials and cryptos, it's coming with MiCA. If you want to go and if you want to address EU citizens, then of course you get to go into Europe, because you need to be in Europe to address some citizens in Europe. But if you want to go into Europe but develop more internationally, think about EU, UK or Switzerland. So don't think about the jurisdiction per se or the regulation. Think more about what is your business model, who you want to reach out, what do you want to develop, is it technology, is it financial, and then think about the regulation. If you think only about regulation, then you are stuck.
That's very interesting, and for me it's very important to see how we can support and help each other between Asian and European. So Yama, briefly, how could we improve the relationship between Europe and Asia in crypto or blockchain? What is your main key advice?
It would be good if more information is disseminated to Japan, since there is really not enough information coming from Europe. And also, it would be also good if the blockchain and crypto communities with various interests could connect with each other over, the countries. I think this will be also good.
And Biba, in such case, how LetzBlock can help us to do such?
I was about to say that. Yeah, of course, this is our key message. If there is one thing that we want to develop, is the partnership between the Luxembourg Blockchain Association and the Asian-based association. We've been exchanging with some of our peers, notably IDAXA, for instance, but definitely we are more than open to actually develop some kind of flows of information. I think would be fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. Are really helping. When I joined LetzBlock, it was very Luxembourg, and we are pushing to be more international, because blockchain is not just one country, it's really decentralization, and we are going from everywhere. Yeah. This is very important, and we should not abandon in your Asia, where we can see that Japan, we can see people like Yama, who is developing many things. I heard that you did also, Yama, a very big event for blockchain in Vietnam 2 years ago, something like this. But have you any ideas to also come in Europe to try to promote this?
Yeah, that's very great idea. So actually, a lot of entrepreneurs from the Web3 space is now in Amsterdam to join the blockchain event. So I think if we receive the great information from Europe, I think a lot of people will come. So organizing some collaborative event will be a great idea. And also it's even very easy to organize online event. I think we can do a lot of things in our collaboration.
So that will be amazing. I love the idea and to organize such. Maybe LetzBlock can help.
Definitely.
Just to finalize, to finish everything, do you want to add some things about you or the business you are running or collaboration, Yama?
Yeah, thank you very much. My company is a community tech startup connecting blockchain ecosystem and communities in a borderless and seamless way. We would like to create more opportunities for the crypto and also blockchain communities in Europe and Asia to interact with each other. If I can help you to disseminate crypto blockchain project information to the Japan market, we would like to support you with people like Lena, giving the great opportunity today, who understand the language and also the industry technology as well. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes, we must thank also Reina Ueda, which is our marketing lead at LetzBlock, and she's Japanese, so she can help us to do this connection, because the language barrier could be difficult sometimes. And you, Biba, Do you have something to add?
No, just get curious about LetzBlock. Just get curious about what Luxembourg can offer, and we will be more than happy to answer your questions, of course.
Thank you very much, both of you, for today's and for this interview. Thank you.
Thank you, Arnaud.
Thank you.